So President Biden has approved more oil drilling in the Arctic. But do we really need it? Let's talk about it in today's video. Hi, I'm Mike Greiner. I'm a lifelong Democratic activist who's concerned about the direction our country is taking. I'm also a lawyer and an academic, and I'm here to help you stand up to the BS of the MAGA crowd. So although I'm generally a big supporter of President Biden, when I disagree with him, I feel the need to express it. And one area I disagree with him on is his decision to allow drilling in a pristine piece of Alaskan wilderness. The project, an $8 billion drilling project sponsored by ConocoPhillips on the North Slope of Alaska, is being approved despite the fact that President Biden had pledged no more drilling on federal lands, period. Why is he doing this? Well, there's speculation that he's trying to pivot toward the center as he's preparing to run for his re-election campaign. And people point out that the Alaskan delegation is unanimously in support of this project. But I'd say the bigger issue is that we've got a Democratic member of Congress representing Alaska in Mary Patolta. She's going to be vulnerable in the next election, and President Biden wants to do his best to support her. Unfortunately, in my view, that's not a good reason to approve this project. I can remember back in my days working on Capitol Hill in the early 1990s, one of the areas I handled for my member of Congress was environmental issues. And as such, my boss, who considered himself an environmentalist, was opposed to any new drilling on the North Slope in Alaska. And we actually signed on to legislation that would ban drilling in the Alaskan National Wildlife Refuge. Now, this is a different part of Alaska, although equally isolated and equally pristine. But it's just one more area where the oil companies have been pressing to engage in drilling despite the environmental risks. Now, conservatives, of course, applaud this decision, saying that it helps the United States maintain its energy independence. But the truth of the matter is we didn't even need this to maintain our energy independence. One of the big myths out there is that somehow this administration has been unfriendly to oil drilling. And as a result, oil drilling has declined in the United States. And that is simply not a fact. According to that liberal rag Forbes magazine, 2022 saw the second highest oil production in U.S. history. That total is only increasing, according to that liberal rag Bloomberg. And according to industry analysis, last summer oil actually topped its pre-pandemic production levels. And as a result, the U.S. is poised for the first time since World War II to become a net energy exporter, meaning that we actually produce more oil than we consume, allowing us to export the excess. So all this talk about how we need new drilling to increase American oil production just does not comport with the facts. I wish when we engage in these debates, we could at least engage in it based upon a common set of facts, but that doesn't seem to be possible in this country in this day and age. If we were arguing from the same set of facts, then at least we could agree that the United States really doesn't need this oil based upon its increasing level of production already. And the only question would be the relevant one, which is, should the United States destroy one of the few pristine pieces of wilderness left in this country for the sake of further enriching oil companies? To me, if we could engage in that honest debate, the answer would clearly be no. But that's the problem. We have a difficult time in trying to engage in honest debates in this day and age. So I hope we can spread the word and at least let people know that this myth that the United States is hostile to energy production is just that, a myth that is false. Well, if you want to see another video where I talk about how President Biden can actually reduce oil prices, check out this video over here. I'll see you then. In the meantime, let's hope for continued progress. Thank you.